graphics program, or come use mine.
You know, for free.
For free.
I'm telling you, this deal
We'll
is
teach
so
you how to
sweet.
use it.
I'm ready to make a CD, and that's not one of my goals.
And that's the reason, because
You make it too easy.
Someone's not going to get very far if, the packaging doesn't look professional. And so our job is to help that look professional.
Do you work with their look, their personal look too? I mean, not trying to change them.
Actually, we do that as well. We have image consultants that'll come in. We have one of our members I'm thinking of recently that I just saw, I won't even say male or female, their picture recently in a promotional brochure. It is so good compared to what that person looked like 6 months ago. And it's because they went to this image consultant, and now they've got a great picture for their promotional piece that they did.
I hope we have enough time. Can we kind of go through and talk about the amount of people that you need when you're making this thing happen? Because you can't do it by yourself. No artist is an island.
Right.
You need, like we already just talked about, the image consulting. You need somebody like you to help with the packaging and somebody to write the songs. So you tell.
There's a manager and there's an agent that books the jobs. And they talk about independent musicians today, and some people are don't understand totally that concept. Independent musician does not mean that the musician does it all.
Okay.
They still have that group of people. What it means is they are now in control.
Okay.
Where before the record company was in control.
Oh, we hear tons of stories about, why these people were making all these millions because somebody else was controlling their career and their money, and now they have nothing.
Didn't understand it. Someone told them what to do. One of our good examples, 4 of our members in the past 2 years have been finalists on American Idol. 2 years ago, Lil Rounds and Lexus Grace, and then this last year, Chelsea Chandler and Kia Johnson.
Right.
And Kia and Chelsea, top 24, and then prior to that, Alexis at number 11, I think, Lil at number 6. But Lil's a great example. Yeah. Lil had not sung professionally except in church. She goes on American Idol. Millions of people every week see Lil Rounds and love her.
From Memphis.
Then she ends up number 6. She goes on the Idol tour. I don't know what it was, 35 cities, 15,000 people a night. She gets to the end of the tour, and generally American Idol will keep under contract the number 1 person or the number 2 person.
Okay.
Everybody else is let go. So for that period of time, from the time she auditioned for Idol until the end of the summer tour, she was totally under control of that agency, 19 Entertainment, who runs American Idol. They told her where to go, what to do, what to look like, how to wake up, but they never told her why, just what.
Okay.
So Lil gets through at the end of that, comes back to Memphis. Now she's a nationally known person, but hasn't the slightest idea what to do.
But then and I've talked to her a couple of weeks ago, and it's almost like a tragedy, because you lift people up and then you let them down, and you don't give them indirection of what do I do now.
And she was easy because she had this great name.
Yes, she has
the name. And she
could
come back and say,
talent.
And say, help me. And there was lots of people, and she got a great agent and a management, and recorded her CD, and she's raring to go. It would be great if we could do that with all of our other members, but she was fairly easy to do that for because people knew who she was.
Did you guys know she and Alexis and the other people were going to try out for American Idol, or did you guys find out when we found out?
We found out when, for Alexis and Lil, we found out when they were initially got past the audition stage.
Okay.
And so we couldn't do much with them except to help them. We ran the phone banks, so that that night when they said, if you want to vote for Lil Round Hit, we had a phone bank set up that I could say, send it to these people, and they would send it to someone else, and then we'd help with the voting. But then, for example, Lil, when she came back, we were able to help. Alexis, we still work with. She is writing now in Nashville, with co-writing with other songwriters in Nashville, and working on her career. But it was the next year that we could really help out, because we found out about Chelsea and Kia very early on.
Good.
So we could bring them in and get the PR people to come and work with them. We could...
And a plan to what happens after all of that.
And we can mate them up with Alexis and Lil, who had already been there the year before, who would say, okay, here's what you need to know. And so they went in far smarter.
Yes.
And that's part of our job, is to make our artists smarter. If they are smarter than artists elsewhere, they'll make more money, they'll do better.
And this city benefits totally.
Totally, and that's at the end of the day, our job is really in two areas. We are here to increase the number of jobs in the music industry, number one, and then number two, to increase the per capita income for our artists. And our goal, that's why some people might not have heard about us, because we had some great marketing plans, but our goal was to have 200 solid artists that we were working with at the end of our first year.
Okay.
We just celebrated our second birthday, but at the end of our first year, we had 2,000 artists that we were working with. We have over 3,000 members of the Music Foundation right now. We have 1,700 artists that we work with on a regular basis.
And we want them to know that you can join for free. And you go to the memphismeansmusic.com, and you can actually become a member for free.
Excellent.
And while this show is just only 30 minutes, we cannot give you all the information that they do, because they do tons of work. And it's almost talent development. It helps you get to that next level if you want to. Now, if you just want to tour the thing like the 4 insurance guys and stay locally, then you still have to be the very best. And the packaging, the look, and the marketing still applies for you. So I don't know how you guys do all of that.
And one quick tip I'll just throw out, and that is that one of the things we do, South Main, the Arts District there, does Trolley Night the last Friday of every month. And it was just last Friday, but it's coming up. The last Friday of every month, we do an open house. So if you want to find out more about what we do, come down then. We have food and drink and Memphis music, and we do a great open house. So it's the last Friday of every month, 6 to 8 o'clock, open house at the Music Foundation.
And it's free, so please take advantage of it and go get information. Take all your friends and family who are aspiring musicians or talent, because I'm telling you, there's no place else on this green earth that you're going to get this kind of stuff for free. And it's not just information, but it's information from those who have done this before and is at the highest level of professionalism and excellence. And of course, Memphis music, that's what we're known for. The best. That's what we're known for.
And every genre. We go from the symphony orchestra to gospel choirs and churches, from hip hop to blues, everything in between.
Okay, I got to figure out which one I want to do, because I love country music. I love country music.
Okay.
And you guys do so much, and we have a couple of more minutes, and I just want to tell them that please call the number and ask all the questions you have, because they have tons of information, tons of resources to help you continue to keep Memphis on the map for great music and continue to rebuild the legacy of Memphis having some of the most talented and best artists in the world.
Totally.
It's amazing how much talent comes from here. And so one other thing I wanted to add, and I got to keep telling them that this facility is free. There's nothing else that we know of like it anywhere. Anywhere.
Yeah, there's other co-ops where people throw in money and share facilities, but right now our community, our city, our business community thinks that music is a real key driver for the city of Memphis. And I tell people it's like the river. We can ignore it, but it's not going to go away.
It's not going anywhere.
And the same with Memphis music. We can ignore it, but it's not going to go away. So why not leverage it so that it can help the economy of our city? It was estimated if we had today the music industry that we had back in the 70s, it would be contributing $1 billion a year to the Memphis economy. We want that back.
And that's going to happen with you.
That's real money.
That is we need that money too.
Exactly. And we can do that.
We want it, and it can so happen, especially with you at the leadership over there at Memphis Music Foundation. So thank you, Dean Deyo. You got to come back, because there's times we didn't get to share. Thank you all so much for watching on cable tonight. I'm your host, Loretta McNary. As always, think positive, dream big dreams, help someone along the way, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
I've been in this business for about 20 years, and people will see me and they say, "Hey, Mr. Cable Guy, a couple of weeks ago I installed this young man's cable." He said, "I remember you when you hooked up my mama's cable, and I was a little one." And then now he's a young man, and I don't know whether he'll be in the business long enough to get his kids on song, but you can meet them in the grocery stores, in the bank, and they know your face, they know you're a good guy, and people can always respond to kindness and good service.
I care.
I'm Cass Cares.
Don't miss a minute of your favorite shows with Comcast HD DVR. Stop, rewind, and pause, even in HD. Record 2 shows at the same time. Start your favorite programs on your schedule. You can even control live TV, plus make your own instant replays. Record in standard or high def. It's easy. Don't miss a minute with